Excitement is building at the remote San Jose mine site in northern Chile, where rescuers are within days of pulling 33 miners from the depths of the earth. The men have been trapped 700 metres down since a collapse 66 days ago. Since then, rescue crews from all over the world have been drilling around the clock to bring them back to safety. It's already an extraordinary story of survival against the odds, but authorities are warning the last part of the operation will be the riskiest. Connor Duffy reports from the San Jose mine.
The Atacama Desert in northern Chile is one of the driest places on Earth, and these stark, windswept sandhills have been familiar only to miners, locals and hardy travellers. But the incredible survival story of the 33 Chilean miners who have been trapped 700 metres below ground for more than 2 months has captivated people all over the world and turned this lonely valley into a global media hub.
It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I don't think this has been done ever before. Not this deep or not this amount of people being rescued.
Are you impressed with how the miners have conducted themselves underground?
I am completely impressed. That's part of a miracle.
For 17 days, the miners were on their own, until a small rescue tube was set up to send them food, medical advice from doctors and other basics to keep them alive. Since then, these 3 rigs have been drilling non-stop to bring them to the surface.
They have to have self-control, and that is kind of hard to achieve and to find, especially in the younger ones. The key to surviving down there is for them to stay as a group.
And you have to remember that since the beginning, we told them you have to be prepared to stay there at least for 3 months. And fortunately, it's going to happen for let's say 2.5 months, but they have behaved as real heroes.
It's also been an excruciating wait for the men's loved ones. This makeshift school has been set up in a shipping container so their children can keep up with lessons. The mayoress of their makeshift camp is Maria Segovia Rojo, who keeps a maternal eye over the dozens living here.
We're
happy and content to be waiting for the massive moment when they come out, because there's little time left. Last night we had a vigil so that God could give us strength for the last push.
At times, this camp has had a party atmosphere as the families wait for their loved ones below. But there is also rage for the copper and gold mines owners, who have been accused of neglecting safety at the mine. The mine's owners have asked for forgiveness, but that's unlikely anytime soon.
Oh yes, we're not angry. We're furious. I want to hit him. Just land one good punch. The owner had no respect for the workers. He had no respect for the families. He didn't even tell us what had happened.
On the weekend, the families finally received some good news. The first drill to reach the men broke through, at last providing an escape route. However, authorities will now need to reinforce the shaft with steel pipes. The rescue operation will then enter its most dangerous phase as the men are pulled individually to the surface.
The more risky part is it's going to happen beginning on Tuesday or Wednesday, wherever, but that time it's going to be very, very stressful for all of us.
There's a lot of heavy work ahead for them. You have to keep in mind that they have to be able to remove a lot of debris, a lot of sand and mud that is going to be there right beneath the escaping tunnel.
Chilean Naval Commander Andres Llerena is one of the few people to have spoken to the miners. He's leading a team of Navy doctors and has held a video conference with the 33 men to give them survival tips.
What did they say to you? Oh, they're doing great. They're doing absolutely fantastic. They're healthy as a horse. They're eating well, they're hydrating well, their psychological and mental status is absolutely balanced. They're just waiting for the day to come.
Commander Llerena will also greet the men and lead a team trying to help them deal with the trauma of being trapped underground for so long.
I'll get the privilege of being the first doctor to have them on the surface and start the medical assessment after each of them get to surface.
What are you going to say to them?
I've been that's a good question. I've been working on the line, but I'm not sure yet. Are you
excited?
Absolutely, yes.
Chile's Health Minister, Jaime Manulich, hopes his country can work with Australia to improve mine safety and says authorities have been looking at the case of Brant Webb and Todd Russell for tips on how to treat the 33.
I remember some of those guys telling some TV show that after several months they have bad dreams, they panic, therefore you can imagine that could happen with these guys after 64, 65 days.
One of the major challenges for us in the medical area is that we're so much used to picking up the book out of the shelf and reading how this is supposed to be done. Too bad there's no book now. We are writing it.
But those long-term battles will be well and truly forgotten in the euphoria of a successful rescue. And the mayoress of Camp Hope is preparing a true South American welcome for the lost 33.
When they were found there, we knew they were alive. We immediately had a barbecue. Oh, imagine when we knew they were alive. Now when they get out, the huge party we're going to have. Absolutely, that's the truth.
Connor Duffy reporting from Chile.